Okay, I have adjusted my buttons here for the video, so let me make sure, yes, we are recording. Okay, cool guys. Hey, welcome back for another video. Like I said, I'm going to try and be pushing content out constantly, so I just hope that y'all are tuned in and that y'all are liking these updates that I'm giving y'all on Market Cipher. I just spoke to CryptoFace not so long ago. He just put out a video and he did say that he will be starting an affiliate program for Market Cipher itself. So keep a lookout for that, and I'll be sure to put that affiliate link down there below so that y'all can get signed up. And it's just a way to help with the channel. And so what I wanted to get into was some of these higher time frames and kind of point out that we are kind of still in a downwards trend, but we could have some movement to the upside to eventually get us out of this trend. And I'm by no means like an expert when it comes to Market Cipher, but I've had it for a few months now, and I've been trying to do a lot of study on it just to see past areas in the market of things that line up in that matter. So right now I'm on the daily. I kind of wanted to go over these larger time frames for us today in this video, and I'm waiting on a buy signal, and the buy signals and the long and the shorts are not in Market Cipher. That's a different indicator I'm using, but they also kind of help me out a little bit. So as you can see, in order for us to get a buy signal, we have to move pretty far up to the upside, and that could be after the move has already 50% made its way up to the upside. So we like to catch the trends before they happen, and that's why I really like to study Cipher B a lot. To be honest, I think Cipher B is just an all-around really good indicator to see momentum movements. So what I like to do is, on this one day right now, we are waiting for that green dot, and if we open up Cipher B here, we can see that we are about to put in that green dot very soon. So that's a good sign for some upwards movement. Obviously, we could end up putting in a red dot once we start to make some movement to the upside, and that could signal us to come back down. So what I think some of these markets could or what could play out is that we come down and touch that 77 area to make a long squeeze happen there, but then we continue to the upside, or that could happen later on. I mean, the fact that our money flow is still in red, that is one thing that I think CryptoFace is unsure about right now too, is that just that our money flow is still in red on these higher time frames, that there could still be some downwards movement, and that does indicate that we are in kind of a selling market, so to speak. But I mean, that could all change, with the big move to the upside to get us out of there. So even in our 2-day, some reddish territory there on money flow, and on our 3-day, it does look like we want to come down to that money flow into the red. But it does also look like our VWAP is curving up to put in another green dot there as well. And my price targets to the upside on this swing high would probably be about 9,400 or 9,800 based on our fib retracements. So our fib at the 618 was 94, and then the 786 is 98. I think that we touched our fib retracement. Where am I going with this? Sorry, y'all. So our swing high on that last 10K run, we came down to touch the 786. So it does look like we touched the 786 there, and that's where we are consolidating right now. Or we could go to that 77. I think it still looked like it had a little bit more room for the low end on that 786. Just take a look at it here real quick. So yeah, I mean, we pretty much touched it, not quite, but I would say that it was pretty much a confirmed touch there. And honestly, y'all, I think that I had spoke with CryptoFace not too long ago, maybe like a couple weeks ago. He had just gotten back from Bali, and he was in our fireside chat group on Discord. But he does think that the 72 area that we did put down here was a potential bottom, and I think he's still kind of sticking with that right now. I haven't really heard him change his mind on that necessarily. So honestly, I think that was our bottom as well. The fact that our 3-day does look like it wants to come down a little bit more, but again, I honestly feel like that's the same repeat that happened at this 3,500 area. And some people are like, oh well, the miners are capitulating and this and that, which we can take a look at that here in a minute to see exactly if anything has changed on that miner capitulation that they were talking about 3,500. But honestly, I feel like that this is still a bull market that we are in, and we just needed some retracement and some consolidation to continue before our halvening. So let's take a look at that capitulation really quick, because I think that that's honestly what has a lot of people concerned. And I did kind of want to go into this on a little bit more detail about what this exactly means. So let me just pull up the hash ribbons here. So hash ribbons, and you can see here, let's go back to our 1-day. Let's pull this up. So honestly, you know, what I've also heard about this hash ribbons indicator is that I think it updates itself like every week or something like that. So when it updates, I guess with what the miners are doing and how they're selling or buying, or selling their Bitcoin and stuff on the market, that this indicator could change. So it's not a very timely indicator, so to speak. It's more of a very lagging indicator. So yeah, it's still in the red right now, but I take that indicator with a grain of salt about miners capitulating, because I think that this was our fractal pattern that is still playing out right now, and that we will consolidate in this area to start to see some movement to the upside, and get us out of this red money flow here. So let's go back to our 3-day, since that's where we were at. And I did want to take a look also at this funding indicator that a lot of people are talking about as well, how the longs and shorts are funded in the market. So let's bring that up real quick. There's a lot of things that can go into play in these markets. We do our best to our ability about basically, ciphering all the information. and I think once, everybody's going to have a different opinion about everything, right? And so I'm just one person giving y'all an opinion about certain things, and I honestly think that this is a fractal pattern of this 3,500 drop here, just in a smaller formation happening. So and the reason I think that we could see 77 was based on this swing high here at 4,100, and that retracement down was about 10%, I believe, to 3,300. And that retracement from the 10K down to the 8,100 area was about 10% move there as well. So that's to 7,700, it would be 10% move to the downside. So that's why 7,700 has been on my radar for a little while now. And I think that honestly, we may not go there, just because I think a lot of people are still kind of bearish right now too. But let's look at these this funding indicator that I have up, and as you can see, we are starting to kind of trickle off here a little bit to where there's going to be more shorts being put in. Yeah, so that's also an indication that we could see some capitulation, or not capitulation, but just like, some consolidation area to make people get bearish and put in more shorts, so that then we could see a bigger move to the upside. That is an indicator that is on my radar right now as well, but not one that I firmly really go by. You know, I'm very new to it. I'm thinking about adding that to my checklist when I do decide to trade. I think it does make relevant sense to of how your shorts or longs are getting funded as well when you are trading. So it is something on my checklist that I do plan on using. But as far as these videos are concerned, I'm really just going over what market Cipher is telling me. If y'all are interested in anything else like news or something like that, I can go over it. I don't mind. I'm really just interested to grow this channel and try and grow it the way that the people want to see it and what direction they want to see it go to. So if we look at our 3-day, since that's where we were at, this was, this pump here was 40% move to the upside. I think that we could see something very relevant to that. Maybe not as big as a 40% pump, but something around that area, which is why I have our fib retracements up here. The fact that we didn't have an extremely big bounce means that I don't think it's going to happen just yet. I think we are just going to try to get everyone as bearish as possible and then decide to make the move to the upside. So that's just a little bit of direction that I think right now. And our 4-day as well here. This lets me know, I mean, this move to the 7200 lets me know that this was still just part of this bull market retracement that we are in right now, and that this is only the start of it. This is literally only the start of it. So yeah, we do have a red dot that got put in, but I don't see too much. I mean, if this trigger wave is going to form, and this trigger wave is going to be a nice indication that we still have some room to the upside. And if we put in a pretty, like, this is a pretty big nebula here on this bottom side trigger wave, on our next swing high, I don't think that it'll be 214K, but I think that it'll be a big enough swing high for some people to start taking profit, and then to come back down a little bit lower, possibly around that 7K area again, and further consolidate for an even larger swing high. Maybe not 7K, maybe like the 8K area again, and to have an even further swing high to break all-time highs. So these, when we were putting in these larger green dots on these higher time frames, I was really looking forward to seeing a 5-day big green dot and a 6-day big green dot as well. That the big green dots would just be confirmation for me that, let me throw on Cipher A real quick. It would be confirmation for me that we were coming out of a bear market, and the fact that we didn't put in big green dots makes more sense to me, that this swing high to 14K was the start of our bull market. That's what my indication was, and because we didn't come down and put in larger big green dots on the 5 to 6 day. So as you can see, money flow on these 5-day and 6-day. 5 days still in the green. On the 6th day though, like, I'm looking at this, and like it's just another confirmation for me that the money flow is ready to take off into the green again and continue this bull market. You know what I'm saying? So I just, like, I don't think that we're gonna go below 7,500, to be honest. Like, it's not in the picture for me right now. So I am prepared, to make the moves as necessary if we do go that low. But the fact that our 5-day and 6-day or even our 6-day is starting to clip up into this green territory here, that's indication to me that we are ready to swing high again. And in the weekly, we had a little glimpse of green money flow and then red money flow. Now we're ready to go back into that green money flow again and probably swing high once again. So, but like I said, we really want to see that money flow get into the green on the weekly, and then we can go into the 2-week here. Let me just add this little Brave browser ad that popped up, collect my BAT points. Hopefully y'all are using BAT browser. You know, support the movement. Start using your Brave browser. You know, I can add an affiliate link down there. Probably should, but yeah, it's another cool way to earn some BAT token. So we have our 2-week here, and what I'm thinking for this is that we probably start to come up and put in a green dot. I could be looking at this totally wrong, but I think from our 2-week to our monthly, which we're about to get into also, is an indication that that Bitcoin itself is just meant to grow. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for the new revolution to take place, because our money flow has been in the green this whole time. It's come all the way down here, even in our bear markets, our supposed bear markets, to continue its way up. So I wouldn't freak out that like we're just like, I think if once we have our swing high again, our 2-week will probably end up putting in some type of green dot as well. We're starting to make like this movement here. We have our bullish divergence here on the VWAP. So let's go to our monthly. Our 3-week and monthly are pretty much the same. We'll just go straight to the monthly. And so October was kind of a treacherous month, so to speak. We did have that one big move towards the end, and that was pretty nice. But our monthly is right now still telling us that we put in a red dot, but that could change by the end of this month. And our VWAP is running very close to that zero pivot point, which to me means that it's ready to clip back up above that zero pivot point and probably put in a green dot, which would signify to me that our bulls are still here. You know, they're still with us, even though they're not making any big moves right now. They're still there. They're lurking, and that red dot, or this one over here in our previous bull market, was a red dot, then a green dot, one right back to back after another. And honestly, I feel like that same thing is going to happen either by the end of this month or by December. So just, you know, not time to panic sell just yet, you know, or probably never in that matter of fact. So but even our higher time frames, from the 1 day all the way to like the 6-day, I would say they're going to take a little while to move, but they are gearing towards a potential bottom, you know. And I think that there needs to be a little bit more bearish sentiment into the market before we decide to move any higher, which could mean that we get a lot of people bearish and then decide to make our move. So hope that works for y'all. Hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. Like I said, if y'all want to mine BTC from a web browser, I have my affiliate link for Crypto tab down in the link below, as well as working with CryptoFace to get an affiliate program set up for Market Cipher. And I think that's all that's needed to be said. Oh yeah, if y'all are interested in leverage trading, like I said, a Bybit link is down there in the description, but not recommended. I would say you're fine just hodling. So yeah, I hope if y'all want to support me, just like, comment, subscribe, or use the affiliate links. Hit that notification bell, and I'll speak with y'all soon. If any updates like this 1 day green dot comes in, I'll be putting out a video for it. Y'all already know. So I'll see y'all then.